Yes, people, Manscaped is back, but this time it's not for below the belt grooming. Manscaped brings to you the Beard Hedger, the best product on the market when it comes to beard trimmers. The Beard Hedger is unique due to its number of gradient settings. As someone who's purchased this, I won't turn to any other beard trimmer. Check it out for yourself at manscaped.com. And don't forget to use code FTM20 to get 20% off of this product.
Yes, people, back in the house. 12 man's back. Big up to all of you for being here. I'm really looking forward to this one, man. Do not worry. Dad Lawless is on his way. He's just finishing up on the football terrace. So for now, it's myself and someone who you all know, and I've probably all missed as much as myself, TOBS. How are you, brother? You all right, mate?
Yeah, I'm good, man. It's been a long time, man. Thanks for having me on. I've been outside of the big six. I've been so incognito on YouTube, even on my own channel. I think I've put out maybe like one video in like 2 months and stuff. It's just not been productive on my side outside the big six. But listen, I'm here, man. I'm here to drop some words. It's been a long time coming, and I'm hoping to be on your channel a lot more over the couple of months and years to come, to be fair.
Listen, man, you're always welcome. You know that. All you got to do is shout, and I will have you on, man. You're my favorite Spurs content creator by far. You know that, bro. I'm not going to make your head too big, but you know how it is. So big up to you, man, for coming on. I much appreciate it. I'm actually looking forward to Lawless coming on as well, because it's been a while since me, you, and Lawless have chatted, man. Now that we don't do Clubs Carnage anymore, now that you don't come on Race for Europe anymore, it's very hard for you and I had to have a chat with him, man. But you know what he's like. Yeah. He's not changed. I don't suppose that you've changed. So I'm looking forward to getting into it, man. And what was it like when you spoke to Lawless, man?
Well, I was interacting with him yesterday on the group chat because obviously I just wanted to press some buttons and ask some questions about quality player Calvin Phillips, of course. So, yeah.
I did see that. It was quite funny, man. It was quite funny. And he's still sticking up for him, even though he's not a player of his anymore. It's crazy, isn't it? But there we go.
He's embarrassing. He's embarrassing.
He is, bro. But listen, we might as well start with Spurs and Arsenal and let Lawless come crashing in a minute. He's just literally finishing up on the terrace now, so he won't be long at all. We might as well start with you boys, because you boys today have been linked with Dominic Solanke, man, for like 65 million. Now, I've heard a lot of mixed reports about this, saying, oh, that's a mad amount of money. I'm not going to lie, bro. I think he's the perfect fit for Spurs. I think that'd be a very good signing. I've been very impressed with him over the last couple of years. But I don't know where you're at with this one, man. So what are you saying, bro? Solanke to Spurs.
Yeah, Solanke to Spurs. It's an interesting one, right? Because funnily enough, I have, even before he got linked to us, there's a specific group chat of mine, a football group chat I'm involved in, and we were having this very same discussion literally like a couple of months back about Solanke. Oh, would you take him at Spurs? And I said he's definitely better than Richarlison, but my only reservation with Solanke is like whether this is just a flash in the pan in terms of his goal scoring prowess, or whether this is like him now finally hitting like an upward curve in terms of his goal scoring. Like he's hit a peak at this level and now he's ready to either stay at this level or even go possibly higher. So that was the bit I was always unsure on. And to be honest, I'm still unsure of it now. But I'm calm with Dominic Solanke. If that's who Tottenham signed, I'm actually calm with it, because I think most importantly, he has a well-rounded technical base as a footballer. Like he's able to pin the opposition defender back. He's able to link up with the wingers, link up with the midfielders. He's got he's not bad aerially as well. Like he's just a good focal point, so he can play the traditional way, and he can actually, he's smooth. Like on the ball, he's smooth. He can beat players, and he can actually make things happen outside of goal scoring. So I think that's what strikes out as the most like standout thing for me with him. And I think that's probably the thing that I'm scrutinizing the most with most strikers we sign, because in case people ain't realized, there is a clear shortage of top class strikers. Like you will struggle to find a striker in world football who isn't Haaland, who isn't Kane, who isn't Isak, who isn't even, dare I say, Lautaro. Lautaro is not even on Kane and Haaland's level, but he's probably one of the next best like tier of strikers. So, and even he carries a risk. But the point I'm making is you will struggle to find strikers now without a huge element of risk, and they're all going to cost the bomb. So the same way I look at Solanke is the same way I look at a Guy Perez or whatever his name is, or or some of these other strikers that people are talking about. Like, I feel like 26, it's a good age, Premier League proven, that's good, and you got the technical quality to boot. If Spurs were to sign him, I'd be calm with it. But again, my two reservations: can you maintain the goal scoring? Remains to be seen. We need to see him prove it this season, whether it's at us or at another club. But secondly, that price is a joke. Sorry, it's a joke. I think he's a good player, but I think that price is a reflection of where we are now in football. That a striker who does what you would classify as like normal things, maybe 15, 20 years ago, is now commanding 65, 70 million price tag. It's crazy. It's absolutely insane. Dominic Solanke, in my opinion, is not worth more than, I'd say, maybe 50, 55 million at a push, right? 65 million price tag. It's a lot of money. But I don't put that solely down to Dominic Solanke or Bournemouth. I put that down to the market we're in, because the 65 million price tag we get for Solanke, it's what we'd be quoted for Guy Krez. We'd be quoted more for Osimhen. We'd be quoted more for Vlahovic. PSG, they signed two strikers last season, or season before, sorry, Gonzalo Ramos and Kolo Muani. Look how much it cost them. Look how much that cost. And look at how both strikers have fared. Darwin Núñez, when he joined Liverpool, £85 million package deal. £85 million for strikers getting 2 and 3. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But this is unfortunately the market we're in now. So the price will never sit right with me. However, if Spurs are to sign him, I'm calm with him. I'm calm with him because I think he'll come in and do a good job.
Let me ask you, because I'm kind of with you. I think Solanke would be a good signing for Spurs, right? I wanted to ask you about the Ivan Toney situation as well, though, because for me, personally, if Ivan Toney is available for cheaper, I'm going for him, because I think he offers you a lot more all-round play as a striker. I understand Solanke's movement's probably potentially better, and I think that he's a bit younger. But for the money, I can't actually understand why Ivan Toney hasn't gone somewhere yet for like 40 or 50 million that he's available for. Now, that would potentially be a question mark for me, is why is that? But for me, I think out of the two, if you want to go for the one that I think would be available, I think Toney would be a great option. So why do you think Spurs are potentially not looking at him and going for Solanke? Do you think Solanke will fit Spurs better than Toney?
To be honest, I think they're similar. I think they're similar in the sense where both have proven in the last 1 to 2 years that they're able to score goals at a good level. Even though Dominic Solanke, we've not seen it sustained. But I think similar to Solanke, Toney is also good with the ball away from goal. Like, he's good at holding it up, linking play together. And he's a very good focal point, physically strong, wins aerial duels, and he's homegrown. So I think he also ticks that box, that homegrown box. But where I think, and again, this is just my opinion, this isn't based off anything else, where I can probably think of Spurs trying to explore a move for Dominic Solanke more so than Ivan Toney, is probably just the aggression. Ivan Toney, he's not someone, I think he works hard, but I don't think he works as hard as a Dominic Solanke. Like, you want, in the Ange system, he wants an aggressive presser, someone to lead the press. And I feel like if I would watch them both play, I think Dominic Solanke is a lot more active than Ivan Toney. So that could be my only rationale, but you never know. The report didn't say he's our number one target. It said we're exploring a move for him. So he's probably one of a few options they're looking at. And I can imagine Toney is also a player that we're looking at as well. So I'm calm with either. I'm calm with either if we sign either this summer. I just don't really get the whole, I want Dominic Solanke. No, I want Ivan Toney, but I don't want Dominic Solanke. Like, sorry, there's not really a chasm of quality between the two strikers. Like, for all intents and purposes, they're both good English strikers. Yeah, you could argue Tony's better, and I can hear that, and there's probably grounds for it. Fine, but even if he's better, he's not like so much better than Dominic Solanke that you would disregard one and accept the other. That's just where I'm at with it.
Are you done with the Richarlison shit now? Are you accepting he's trash?
He's not trash, but he's not good enough. He's not trash. He got 11 Premier League goals and 18 starts last year in Premier League starts. Don't really think that's trash. So his goal scoring record last year in the league, if I'm going off his goal to game ratio or minutes played, it was actually pretty decent. But the problem with Richarlison is he's just not good at some of the other things, like the stuff that you're meant to do outside of scoring. He's not good at, and even goal scoring, he misses a lot of chances. He's very, very wasteful. Like he scores goals, but really he should have scored. Even with the reduction in minutes played because of injury, he should have scored more than 11 Premier League goals. He should have scored more than 12 goals in all comps last season because he had the opportunities to do so and just wasn't clinical enough. So I think we need a different solution through the middle. But equally, if the intention is to not go ahead with Solanke or go ahead with Tony, I will actually persist with Richarlison and Son through the middle if Spurs said, we're going to sign you 2 bad boy wingers on the flanks. If I heard Tottenham say, we're going to sign a sick left winger, a sick right winger, but you have to persist with Richarlison and Son, do you think I would complain? Really? I wouldn't. I actually wouldn't. I would be calm with that. But equally, I'd be calm with selling Richarlison, and I think the right thing to do would be to sell Richarlison, have Son as the permanent option through the middle and a secondary option out on the flanks, and sign another striker and sign another winger. I'm easy with either option.
Interesting, man. Lawless, big up, man. How are you, bro?
Yeah, not bad, not bad. I heard TOBS talk about quality, and I had to come in. Because that's all he's been That's all he's been messaging me all day and last night. Quality, and he's talking about quality now.
Yeah, because obviously I just wanted you to just back your chat.
I can back it. Like I said, I stand.
Can I just come in, because I don't really care for this argument, but I'm going to let you do it on here because people won't know you're talking about, right? But for me, why are you still backing Calvin Phillips when he doesn't belong to you anymore? I don't get this.
I'm not backing Calvin Phillips. Like TOBS is trying to go, you said he's a quality player, and look what happened. Right?
You did say he's a quality player.
Trying to dunk me. And yes, I did. And I stand by the fact that he's a quality player. One bad loan spell at West Ham doesn't undo what Pep Guardiola saw in him. You know what I mean? And I'm just saying that he has all the talent there. But
so is Matheus Nunes a quality player too, just because Pep signed him?
No, it's not. But I'm saying, obviously, that he showed quality to get that signing, isn't it? They have to show a degree of quality. And he was quality at Leeds, and he was quality for England, Phillips.
Quality at Leeds does not mean you're a quality player. That's
okay.
One.
Quality for England, then. What about at Euros?
He was very good for England, yes, but he wasn't like out of this world for England. Let's just be guided here.
We
right?
need to find out our definitions of the word quality, because I feel like your definition is different to mine.
No, it's not. It's the same. And Calvin Phillips has never been a quality football player. Like he's been a good football player, and that's why Man City signed him. A good football player who can play, who could hopefully play to the level that Man City need. It hasn't
good
worked
is
out.
not quality then. Good is not quality. If you're a good player, you're not a quality player.
No, if you're a good player, you're a good player. If you're a quality player, you're a quality player. So the point I'm making to you is this, yeah. Calvin Phillips, I said all this before he even made a single appearance for you. I said this based off what he did at Leeds. I like Calvin Phillips. I think he's a good player when he's fit and playing to the best of his standard. But you were doing a lot. And Potts, you can attest to this as well. He was doing a lot. He was waxing lyrical, saying X, Y, Z. We signed a gem, this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yo, calm down. Like, he's a good player, but you're acting like he's going to change your fortunes. He's not. Because he's not that type of player.
Look what we did with Lingard, though. Lingard, it was previous there to say, you know what I mean? We could do something. I think that was fair. Like we saw
Calvin Phillips is a good player, right? His best time was really in the Championship and with Leeds in the one Premier League season. Since then, he's been dusty, man. Like he has been dusty. For England, he was like okay in that Euros when he was alongside Rice, or was it the World Cup? Whatever one, I get confused.
He was better.
He was good. He wasn't quality. Like quality in that Euros is flipping Raheem Sterling. That's quality, not fucking Calvin Phillips.
This is replicated like Jack Rodwell, hasn't it? Like when he went to City and just died. That's basically what Calvin Phillips has done. He's tried to resurrect his career at West Ham. He was poor for you, Lawless. I can't lie. There was nothing about that looked good. So why do you still think he's quality then if he was poor for you? That's what I don't get.
Because he didn't have the fitness and he didn't have the right mentality. That doesn't take away from his ability as a football player. It just means that the timing was awful. And yeah, I think he's at a low point in his career. I think the Man City move killed him. It killed him. If we signed him from Leeds, we'd got a different Calvin Phillips, I think.
Probably, but I still wouldn't be calling him a quality player.
I think you probably work. I think he would have done a lot better at West Ham. I think we would have seen him improve from Leeds to West Ham. We would have seen him improve and play better, and I think we could have said he's a quality player. Like, I think that would have been fair. But we'll never know. Like I said, we'll see. We'll see where he goes from there.
But we absolutely know that he's not a quality player and he's never been a quality player. We know that.
Well, listen, LB said he was good at centre-back the other day, so that might be his future. Maybe he's a quality centre-back, and we just didn't know it.
You're a disgrace.
I'm just going by what LB said. I didn't watch the preseason game. I'm just going by that. Yeah. But listen, we're making moves. Like I said, like you're sitting there saying, well, why don't you want Calvin Phillips? Because listen, we're making many moves. You're not really been making moves in the transfer window. You've been very slow in the transfer window. And
we've been slow with incomings. We've not been slow with outgoings.
No, slow with incomings, which is what you desperately need. And Ange said he wants the players in early to get in, get to bed with his style of play and to bed in. And you know what I mean? Like, we've been making the moves to make it happen while you've been talking about it. So we'll see like how that affects Spurs.
We will.
You know what I mean? What happened? Didn't you get a new director of football in or something? Because you were supposed to, or you got someone running your stuff? What happened?
Johan Lang, we got him in mid-season, I think.
What is this guy doing? On holiday?
You tell me. I don't know what's
Archie
happening.
Gray and Bergville, isn't it? But that Bergville was already bought before, right?
Bergville was bought before the season started. Archie Gray is the only signing we've made. He's the only permanent signing we've made that actually joins the team immediately. The only other permanent signing we've made this window is an 18-year-old South Korean kid from the K-League, and he's not joining us until January. And the only other player we signed outside of those two is Timo Werner, who was here last season and is shit. So as far as I'm concerned,
you was waxing lyrical about this director of football, this Lang, and
when was I waxing lyrical about him? This is a lie.
I don't know. I thought I'd try and catch you out in it. See if
you will never catch me out. He just threw a bone out there, and I'm like, what? What are you talking about?
I was hoping you did go, yeah, I know, I did, but you know.
I didn't. I did not.
Let me ask Lawless about West Ham, because I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm kind of feeling it at the moment. If this is happening for you, obviously you've brought in Max Kilman. Wan-Bissaka looks like he's on the way to. I'm not a massive fan, but one-on-one defensively he's very good. Obviously you've got Fulkrug. Looks like he could be interested in a move to West Ham. And the other one is Somerville, who I actually think is a really good player, bro. I really like him. I think for Leeds, he was quality last season in the Championship. And I know people might sort of sniff at that and say, yeah, the Championship's no good. But when you look at him when he was in the Premier League, I actually thought he was one of the better players at Leeds. So Tim Stainton, you've gone on about this guy for how long? About bloody too long, as far as I'm concerned. He's finally doing some bits, it seems, bruv, with Lopetegui now in charge. What are you feeling, bruv? Come on, talk to us. I guess West Ham.
I did wax lyrical about Tim Stainton, and I've been proved right time and time again from day one when he brought us Alvarez and Kudus in. You know, I mean, he got those players over the line when he just joined, and now he's got the reins. He's got the keys to the castle. Do you know what I mean? And look what he's doing. He's making these moves, and he's do you know what I mean? Getting players for cheaper. I think that Wan-Bissaka deal, yeah, okay. Some people don't rate Wan-Bissaka. Some people do. I think he's a good player. I think that's a good signing. But what he has done in order to facilitate that deal and get that price down was a stroke of genius. Yeah, we're going to go for Mazraoui. Yeah, let's go for Mazraoui, who we know Man United want. Force their hand. You know what I mean? Make them a bit there because they know like they need to sell Wan-Bissaka to get Mazraoui. Yeah, don't scrunch up your eyes, Tobes.
How are you spinning it this way? You tried to go for Mazraoui. They came in. You could no longer sign him because he wants to go to Man United. and now you've gone for the player that they're selling to sign Mazraoui, and you're turning that into a positive.
So why have they dropped their price? Why have they dropped their asking price for Wan-Bissaka?
Because they want to sell Aaron Wan-Bissaka. What do you mean why they dropped their price? Because they want to sell him. They want to sell him. They wanted to sell him before.
No,
they wanted to
have
sell
to
him.
sell him.
No, well, yeah, they would have to sell him, yes, because they don't want free right backs on their books. But what I'm saying to you is, you were going for the better player. You were going for the better player. Those talks subsequently ended once Man United registered an interest in said player. Man United are now in negotiations for said player, and they're giving you the player that they have on their books that they have deemed not good enough because they want to sign the player that you were previously interested in.
Right.
So how are you spinning that into?
When I say this, I'm
How
happy
are you spinning this into like a what's his name? Stideston.
Slide 10. Get it right.
Stide 10. Sorry. How are you spinning this into a Stide 10 masterclass? It's not a masterclass. If you want to praise all the good he's done for your club, cool. But don't lie about this.
You've got a 50 mil player for like we're getting a 50 mil player for 10 mil, yeah, plus add-ons or whatever.
He's not worth 50 million right now, though, is he?
Well, but he's still been their first choice right back for a long time.
No, he hasn't. Dalot was their first choice last season and the season before. What are you talking about?
He still played a lot of games. He games.
He played when there was injuries, and he was playing games at left back. What are you on about?
Yeah, so okay, so he's still playing games. But what I'm saying is,
yeah, but you just said he's their first choice right back, which is a lie.
I'm happy
not true
that we got Wan-Bissaka instead of Mazraoui. I'm going
to
be completely. Don't lose your head, and I tell you why.
You're a liar.
Look at Mazraoui's injury record. Look at his injury record.
And look at Aaron Wan-Bissaka's injury record for Man United the last 2 seasons.
It's not as bad as Mazraoui. Mazraoui has severe muscular injuries that he's had. He's missed like.
I'm going to Google this now. You're actually so shameless, man. It's ridiculous.
He's missed nearly 170 games of football, Mazraoui, with muscle injuries. That have
what's Wan-Bissaka better at than Mazraoui then? Apart from injury,
1v1 maybe. 1v1.
Yeah, I would say that 1v1 is the only thing that Wan-Bissaka has got. There's nothing else. He offers nothing going forward. Wan-Bissaka, Lawless.
I think that's harsh to say nothing. Like, yeah, okay, he's not the best.
What does he offer though? He doesn't cross. He doesn't get forward. He doesn't create. He doesn't set up goals. He doesn't score goals.
That's that. You're over exaggerating, man. To say he can't or he doesn't.
He literally doesn't. He literally doesn't.
Potts,
he's not great. Potts, he's not the best at it.
Potts, hear this one. So last season alone, Aaron Wan-Bissaka missed almost 2 months of football to start the season, and then he missed 2.5 months of football from January through to March.
What were the nature of the injuries?
Hamstring injury, and then the second one was an unknown injury. So in total, he missed 21 games for Man United last season. But Mazraoui is the injury-prone one. Yeah, all right, mate.
How many games did he miss?
21.
Oh, wow, 21. 21. Whereas Mazraoui has missed a lot more than that.
Last season.
Okay, last season. But we're talking about career-wise. I'm telling you, Mazraoui, good player. Like I said, like if he was fit, I would have loved to get Mazraoui. I think he's going to be in the treatment room a lot next season. I don't think we're going to see a terribly lot of Mazraoui. I'm telling you that now.
So yeah, let me ask you, Lawless, how many goals has Wan-Bissaka scored for Man United in 5 seasons, and how many assists has he got?
Well, I don't know that. I don't keep.
Give a guess. What you said he's pretty good. So what? Or I'm being harsh. You said he didn't say he was good. I won't lie. You said I'm being harsh. How many goals? Give a guess. How many goals do you reckon?
Swoop's never scored a goal for West Ham, by the way.
Okay, but he's crap
good as well.
So I don't think I think he's decent going forward. Like he's got assists to his.
If was so good, why are you in for a right back?
Because Ben Johnson's gone. We've only got one. We've got one.
Where
right
did Ben
back.
Johnson go to?
He went to Luton or some shit like that.
Okay.
Let me tell you. Tobbs, do you want to guess? Tobbs, do you want to guess how many goals he scored in 5 seasons?
0.
Oh wow! Do you know what? Fair play. I mean, he has scored 2 goals, and he's got.
There you go.
8 assists in 5 seasons. You can't say there we go in 5 seasons. So when he's going forwards, For me, he doesn't really offer anything. He's not scoring. He's not assisting. For me, he's okay at one-to-one. Well, actually, he's better than okay at one-on-one defending. I don't think it'd be a terrible signing, but I would rather have Mazraoui.
I can't lie. I think he's a good signing for West Ham. I think for the type, I don't know what football Lopetegui wants to play, but at the very least,
it would suit him.
At the very least, one thing you can say is Aaron Wan-Bissaka, he is solid for the most part. He does get caught out at the back stick, but for the most part, he is solid. I think that would be a good signing for West Ham, but I can't get with this lawless nonsense backwards theory that they've pulled a blinder over Man United because they signed the inferior player.
I think we probably didn't think that we could get Mazraoui without European football. I think we knew that, but I do think there was a intention to force their hand a bit, Man United, so we could get the price down. I think that's true. With Wan-Bissaka, what this gives us is tactical flexibility, because I think that is what Lopetegui is going to play when we're up against the Man Cities and them. You'll see Wan-Bissaka and you'll see a more defensive style of football. When we're up against the Ipswiches and the Palaces and stuff, you'll see Soufal playing a more progressive style of football, because Soufal is decent going forward. It's just defensively he struggles against pace.
Is he decent going forward?
Yeah, man. Yeah, he got how many assists did he get last season? He got a lot of assists last season for us.
He's a decent crosser on his day. That's about it.
Yeah, he's a good crosser. He's got a good engine on him.
He's a decent crosser.
He can put a tackle in. Like, I think he's a good crosser. He gets down the way. He got
7 assists last season, to be fair.
That's decent for at right back. For a right back.
That's not bad. That's good.
How many right backs are putting in double figures? Like, you know what I mean? So, yeah, that gives us the flexibility. What? Why are you? What? Who? Tell me. How many right backs? You know what I mean? He's not Trent. I'm not comparing him to Trent, but I'm just saying, like, that's decent numbers for a right back. That's all.
No, it's good numbers.
But yeah,
it's good assist numbers for right back.
It's good numbers. I think 7 assists good. Talk to me about the other two guys, man, and Kilman as well.
Yeah, Kilman. I'm just giving him the bet. I think 40 mil was a lot of money to spend on Kilman, personally. But I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt because I don't know. Lopetegui obviously really wanted him, and I guess he's going to be key to how he wants to play, and he rates him, and he was obviously the captain at Wolves.
Do you rate him though? Because I rate him. I think he's a good centre half.
No, I think he's good. He's good. It was just the price for me for a centre back. It was just 35 mil. That just took the 40 mil. Just took me by surprise. But we desperately needed a left-sided centre back, and we need a right-sided centre back because Zuma's legs.
Why do you desperately need a left-sided centre back? Ain't you got a Gued?
Big up. Preach it. This is what I've been telling him.
Why do you need a left-sided centre back? You've got a Gued.
Listen,
I am listening. You said, and the thing is, notice Potts. He said we desperately need a left-sided centre back. Why? You've got the greater Gued.
Okay, but at the same time, all right, first of all, we've got no cover. Bonner's gone. Second of all, Aguerd, he did have a tough season last season under Moyes, right? We had an awful defensive record. He missed quite a lot of football. Aguerd, I think Aguerd is going to be much better in this Lopetegui side with how we want to play, but I'm not going to bet my life on it. Regardless,
you would have bet your life on it a year ago.
But he was a quality player. Like his first season.
There you go again. There you go again with this quality.
Sorry.
Quality, he wouldn't be at West Ham.
Oh, fuck off. Fuck off.
He wouldn't. He would not be at West Ham. If he was quality, if he was a quality centre-back, he would not still be at West Ham.
Kudos is not quality, ladies and gentlemen. You heard
Kudos is quality. Kudos is quality, and he shouldn't be at West Ham. That was a malfunction.
Going. Yeah. He's quality, and he's at West Ham. Paqueta's quality, and he's at West Ham.
Paqueta's going to be at Flamengo in a couple of weeks, so keep tooting your horn about Paqueta. And Paqueta is not quality. He's a good player. He's not quality. Stop putting the quality tag on these players. Bowen, quality.
You're acting like quality is world class.
Kudos. What's that?
You're acting like quality means world class.
No, I'm not. Quality means quality.
Paqueta's quality, man.
You keep skewing quality with these players, bro. Paqueta is not quality. He's not a quality player. He's not. He's a good player. He's not quality.
I actually agree with Lawless. I think Paqueta is quality. I've got to say.
Yeah, the chat is roasting you alive because
Don't care about the chat.
I think Paqueta is quality, man. But
Don't care about the chat. I've always stood on my own opinions.
How can you say he's not?
I've been
quality?
telling Lawless. I've been telling you this for Potts. Lawless, how long have I been saying this about Paqueta? I think he's a good player, but I think people get carried away by his play style. They look at his play style and they say, "Oh my God, he's amazing." But how effective is Paqueta on a 7, 8, 9 game stretch? He goes missing and no one says anything. And this is my frustration. Because I remember when it was Maddison last season, and Maddison was not playing to the standard, he got criticized, he got lambasted. But Paqueta can go 2-3 months doing nothing, doing fuck all for West Ham. No one says anything.
He was playing Moyes ball. Why bloody Maddison?
Okay, fine. Even if you say he was playing Moyes ball, he was playing well under David Moyes. Then he stopped playing well, and nobody says anything because he does his flicks
on the wing
and he's Brazilian. I'm talking. How effective are you from game 1 to game 38? Like, it's ridiculous, bro. The standards when it comes to assessing Paqueta, it's not consistent. It isn't because of his. I'm telling you, he gets preferential treatment because of the way he plays football. If he didn't play that way, that flary type way, and he churned out the level of performances he's churned out for West Ham, I promise you, yeah, he would not get the plaudits that he gets. In fact, I even want him to go to Man City. I think he'll be fat. I think if he went to Man City, he will be found out at Man City. I promise you, he'd be found out at Man City.
He was played out of position. He had a pending case over his head, by the way, that he's had to stress about. He's had to worry about this case, right? That he could lose his career, his livelihood. Come on, man! You got to give him some benefit of the doubt.
He deserves to be banned. He's a fool. And he's gonna get that ban. You keep wanking over Paqueta. He's gonna be playing for Flamengo soon, right? That's why they came in on loan for him. He's gonna be playing for Flamengo soon.
They tried it, man. They ain't getting no Paqueta.
It's your loss. You're gonna take a loss regardless. There's no way on earth he's gonna beat this case. There's no way on earth he's beating this case.
All right. Prosecutor TOBS over here.
It's not Prosecutor TOBS. Lawless, it's there in black and white. A man was. How many bets did they say he made? Like. 1 sec, let me see. Paqueta bets.
It was like family as well. That's the problem.
Paqueta bets.
He's screwed. Like he's getting his family to put bets on and telling them for him and all this. Apparently, there's a lot of stuff here. It's not going to be good, Lawless.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, Potts, like if I tell my uncle to go and mug someone, he's getting arrested. Unless they've got text message communication of me telling him to do that, I ain't getting shit done. Like they ain't got, you know what I mean? They need to get the evidence of him selling them to bet.
Oh, no, you're right. They have to get the evidence for it. But obviously, what he's being accused of is not looking good for him from what he's saying, from what is being said. Sorry.
We're taking the FA to the court of arbitration, by the way. We're going to the court of arbitration because what we're suggesting is that it should be out of the FA's jurisdiction. It happened in Brazil. So the Brazilian FA should be the ones to get involved. They said we've got no problem, Brazilian FA. So that should have been the end of it, according to West Ham. So we're going to court of arbitration. So there's a lot of twists left in this tale. So don't count it out yet.
60 bets. 60 bets on yellow cards. He's betting on himself to get booked and he's purposely fouling. Bro, like I'm sorry, there's no way he can beat the charge. You're literally caught. You've been bagged red-handed. You're not beating this charge, bro. There's no way you're beating this charge.
I have a feeling that he's getting out.
He's betting on himself to get booked in a Premier League game, and he's getting booked. What are you talking about?
Listen,
you're pissed. That's right. You know you're pissed.
No. Listen. I have a feeling he's gonna get out of it. I have a feeling he's gonna.
He better not. He better not.
Oh, I love it, man. We need to do a special stream just for that. Honestly, because anyway, so he's going to be playing till at least January, yeah. So he's allowed to play with registered. We're allowed to register him for the season. He's turned up for pre-season. The case is going to happen end of January. If it was that shut and dry, they would have already done it by now. Why is it taking so long?
Look how long it took for Tony. What do you mean? Why is it taking so long? It took ages for Tony as well.
Yeah, but They are okay. FA already admitted they haven't got hard evidence. They're going on circumstantial evidence. Everything that you two have just mentioned, about Paqueta is circumstantial evidence. Okay, bets, all these bets on his yellow cards, his family betting, it's all circumstantial. I need the smoking gun, in Paqueta's hand that proves not just like, oh, it looks dodgy because the bets were on him to get yellow card. He got yellow card. I need the cold, hard evidence of him even making the bets himself or telling people to make the bets on his behalf.
Okay, man.
Well, listen,
But Somerville is a great signing. Quality player. You know what I mean? But
a quality player. There we go. Listen,
everyone's
I rate
quality.
everyone's
Everyone's
quality.
quality.
I rate.
I just can't
I rate
believe
some-
like I didn't realize this word quality was this like, oh, it should only be used for a select few greats out there, and like,
No.
you're good and then your quality, like
It's
quality
so
player, like,
clear what I'm saying. Like you have to be a Neanderthal to not understand what I'm saying. Like a quality player is a quality player. Simple. Like a quality, I'll repeat it so you can hear it in English. Hear it in English, plain. A quality player is a quality player. A good player is a good player, right? You should not conflate the two.
yes,
Stop
I think
calling good
Soufal
players
is a good
quality
player.
players.
Soufal's a good player, right? Soufal, I think.
No,
is a good
Soufal's a
player.
decent player. Soufal's a decent player.
Oh, so we got decent, good, quality.
Yes,
This is
yes,
like
we do.
tier
Yes,
ranking.
they're called tiers, bro. Yes, Soufal's a decent player. He's an average Premier League fullback. Yes.
Okay, you know what? Yeah, I need to get you one day. I'm gonna get you on my channel. I'm gonna do a tier list, and we're gonna put West Ham and Spurs players in
Cool.
these tiers.
Cool.
Decent TOBS tiers.
Cool. Let's do it.
We'll do it,
Let's
yeah.
do it.
And because I need to see, we got decent. There's what's below decent then? Average.
No, decent is average. Average is decent. It's the same thing. Below average is you're poor.
Oh, okay. We'll make this happen. But yeah, Somerville, all right, whatever. Like good quality, whatever.
No,
He's a
Somerville's
guy.
good. He's got potential, but he's a good player.
Yeah, 22 years old. We got him on the left wing. That is exactly where we needed a position for. I'm interested to see how we're going to play Somerville, Bowen, Kudus, Paqueta, and try and balance.
Well, one of those guys ain't gonna play it.
Well, we know Paqueta is going to be playing at least until January, at least at a minimum.
Why until January? Is that when they've said?
That's when the case runs. So it's
Really?
at least
Okay.
worse. Yeah. So I think it's January 31st. Either the end, sometime around the end of January is when his case is going to be tried. So we're allowed to register him. He'll be playing for West Ham for at least half the season. I don't know if he was, worst case scenario, if he did get banned, if it would be with immediate effect or whatever. But yeah, so it's going to be interesting how Lopetegui balances that. We just need to sort out the striker situation. I think there's some 4D chess going on with this Fulkrug-Duran situation. I think Fulkrug's a smoke Fulkrug is a smoke screen for Duran to try and
Who
get
would you
Villa to
prefer?
drop them.
Who would you prefer out of the two? Got one experienced and one unproven.
That's the thing. This is the thing. Like Fulkrug, he knows where the back of the net is. He's experienced. He's got the credentials. But Duran, there's something about him, man. He's young. He's shown promise and potential. He's obviously quicker than Fulkrug. And it's more of a long-term signing. You know, it's someone we can grow with. And he's got that. He's a bit of a bastard. He's got that arrogance about him that West Ham fans love. So I've got my heart.
I think you should
What's
sign
that?
Durant. I think you should sign him over Fulkrug. I think Fulkrug looks like he can score, but that Durant, he looks like the few times I've watched him, he actually looks like he's got something there, man. Physically,
It's a
he's
lot of money
strong.
though, Tobes. It's a lot of money, isn't it?
How much will he cost?
They want 40 mil. We're trying to get the price down.
How much will Fulkrug cost?
30 million euros. So basically 25. I think around 25 million pounds. So about 15 mil cheaper than what Villa are. But I think Villa, because they're looking at Mateta and Felix, they're looking to sign another striker.
I don't know why they're going for Mateta. Just keep Duran.
But he's obviously like Duran is once out of the club. You know what I mean? He's gone on. He's done the crossed hammers on these Instagram live.
That's crazy. That's crazy, man. That means he's got to come now. That's crazy. Villa have got to get rid of him. Just go 30 million for me is fair for him. He's 22, isn't he? Colombian. He's hardly done anything in the Premier League.
Is he 22? I thought he was 19.
Oh, maybe he's younger than that then. Fair play. I don't know. Maybe he is. But
20. He's 20.
Okay, sorry.
He just turned 20 in December.
20.
Yeah.
So there you go. So even more then. So he's not even got any experience. He's come on a couple of times for Villa, and what's he scored? Like five goals? Yeah, exactly. For me, I don't think you can be demanding £40 million for someone who's done that. Like for me,
but Villa have got above their station. Like, okay, they're qualified for Champions League, but they think they're the big boys now. They think they can command crazy transfer fees over the players that.
I can hear Billy typing away now. It's like Billy's going to appear on the stream or something.
Yeah, but Billy's typifies that attitude that Villa have. Like, we've arrived and we can just throw big money on our signings, man. They need to drop that price. I think they're taking. Like I said, I think they're taking the piss. But we'll see. Like I said, so either one, I just think they're very different players. That's what worries me, is they're very different strikers, and so I don't get it. Unless, like I said, I think Fulkrug must be, just being used to push Villa into going, oh shit, we don't want to be stuck with Duran. We want to get something for him, and if they're bringing in a Mateta or a Felix or whatever, they're gonna need to offload.
They want Lukaku as well, apparently.
Oh mate.
I saw that today.
I hope they get Lukaku.
He wants to go Napoli.
Like, you know what? Emery, I think Emery could unlock him. He could bring it back.
Lukaku's never going to Aston Villa. Respectfully, he can get a better.
He's going Napoli, man. He loves Conte, so he's going Napoli. But let's bring a couple of super chats in. This one comes in from Aaron. Big up, Aaron. He's not a fan of Richarlison. Richarlison is an absolute skid mark. There we go. Tobes earlier was saying about Richarlison. This one is for Tobes. Tobes, if West Ham get Fulkrug, Wan-Bissaka, would you swap your 11 with West Ham's 11?
Absolutely not. Son, I'm playing Son through the middle over Fulkrug. Porro over Wan-Bissaka. Simple.
How many Spurs players would get into the West Ham 11, Lawless?
Off the top of my head, keeper, the defense, I suppose. Who you got? Who's left back again?
You doggy.
Who's left back? He says.
Yeah, who's left back? I'm keeping Emerson. I think it's. I know you don't rate Emerson. I rate.
No,
Emerson.
I do rate Emerson. I actually think Emerson's a good player for West Ham.
Okay.
I do rate Emerson.
I'm keeping Alvarez.
Oh, good one, man. Good one.
Lee, what do you mean? How are you dissing Alvarez like that?
I'm not. I think Alvarez is all right.
What are you saying? Basuma or something? Who are you telling me?
I'm not having Alvarez starting at Spurs. He can't pass.
Oh, come on. He
can't pass. What do you mean, come on? He cannot.
He can make diagonal passes. Long diagonal.
He can't pass, bro. Stop it.
I disagree.
Okay,
Maddison,
cool.
yeah, Maddison. I'm definitely having Maddison. We'll have Son. Someone's gonna have to go up front, so maybe Son will play up front, and then Maddison on the wing.
Son should play up front. Son should play up front.
Yeah, and then I'll have like a Bowen on the right, Kudus in the middle, Maddison, flipping Son up front, and then like I would have Paqueta in the 8 with Alvarez, and then their defense except Emerson as it stands, but we'll see.
Well, and you want Vicario?
Yeah, Vicario. Yeah.
Why?
Okay.
What's changed?
No, do you know what? I just think like he did for the most part have a very
For the most
good
part. You told me that Areola was having a better season. You fucking weasel.
No, but
you said Areola was having a better season. You see, you're just going back on everything you said.
No, I'm not. Areola had an excellent season, but he got injured and he missed a portion of the season.
Oh, God.
He had a horrendous defense in front of him. Areola did make more saves than Vicario. That's a fact. So we got to give him points on that. But
so you mean because your shit defense couldn't stop more shots than ours, and even our defense was leaky, he should get plaudits for that?
he was more tested. Yeah, he was more tested.
I don't think he was more tested.
Can I ask you a question, Lawless?
I don't
He
think
made
he
more
was.
saves, more tested.
Can I ask you a question? Because in our Race for Europe end of season show, who did you put down for goalkeeper of the season?
No, right? I did.
No. Who did you put down
Who
for
did you
goalkeeper
put?
of the season?
I said either Areola or Onana, right? Just because. No, but
Bro.
because of the saves.
Bro,
Who did you put? Who did
this
you put
guy's
against?
crazy, man.
Who did I put?
I literally shut my laptop.
I put
Areola-
Emi Martinez, but you put Areola or Onana, and I could not believe what I was looking at.
No, because of the number of saves. I disqualified Onana because of the mistakes he made that led to goal. I can't think of one mistake Areola made that led to us conceding the goal. It was there enough.
He definitely made a mistake. There was a game, I can't remember which game last season, where he dropped the clanger, and I even messaged you about it as well. I can't remember the exact team you were playing. Let me check.
I don't remember it.
You're lucky I
remember
didn't
it.
chats. I swear to God, you're so lucky I didn't chats.
What a shame. But no, like I said, because listen, I did go into it with a bit of a West Ham bias because we're doing this 11, and you know what I mean, we had a shit season, but that's a player that I could say, yeah, he's named.
Apparently it was Liverpool. Apparently it was Liverpool. I'm being told in the chat. Do you remember that, Lawless?
Everyone. Well, that's one person.
I don't remember it unless I'm asking you. I don't remember that game.
I don't remember it. But yeah, no, like I'm sorry, it weren't that crazy for me to put Areola. Flipping, what is it? Billy wanted flipping, who was it? Watkins over Haaland, and acted like to put Haaland over Watkins was the biggest crime to football ever known to man.
Yeah, that was mad.
And was outraged by it. So me just going, do you know what?
Haaland wasn't good last year, though. Haaland wasn't good last year for Man City.
But he wasn't good by
he
his
still
own
put up
standards.
numbers. He still put up numbers.
It was the goals that
his
got
standards,
him
he wasn't.
Yeah, it was the goals that got him votes.
He wasn't good by his own standards, not by the standards of other players. Do you know what I mean?
So you're happy to say Vicario, Porro, Van der Ven, Romero, Emerson, you're throwing in. I would have Udogie, but fair play, you want Emerson in. And in midfield, you want Alvarez, Paqueta, and Maddison. And then Kudus, Bowen, and Son. Is that the team you're saying?
Yes, yeah. Something like that, yeah.
And Tobes, you think that's crazy?
There's no way any of their back five should be getting into our team. So I'm keeping our back five. The midfield, I'm taking Basuma over Alvarez. Definitely.
Based on what? Based on
him being the better player. Based on him being the better player.
Based on what he's done at a previous team.
What did Alvarez do last season? What did he do last season?
When he played, he was vital to our team.
Vital
when he
to
was
what?
injured, he felt it.
Vital to what? Finishing 8th.
Well, no, he was vital to. It was vital to us winning games. Like we lost when we was out here.
And Basuma turned up.
And our European run. Don't forget, we got to I think it was a semi-final or quarter-final. I can't remember. It was a quarter-finals, I think it was, of the Europa League.
And it's not even just him as well. Sar's there as well. I think Sar had a better season than Alvarez last year. So I would play Sar and I'd play Sar or I'd play Basuma over Alvarez. I don't think Alvarez is a bad player, but I just think these guys can do more in the midfield. Paqueta in the 8, yeah, I'd have him in the 8. In the 10, obviously Maddison plays in the 10 because Maddison is a better 10, the best 10 in both teams. And then the attack speaks for itself. There's no attacker outside of Son I'm picking over any of West Ham's attackers. They're clear of Tottenham's. Somerville is better than Johnson. Kudos is better than Kulusevski. Bowen is better than Richarlison. So the only attacker that is worth mentioning when it comes to Tottenham is Son. That's the only attacker that moonwalks into West Ham's team. The rest,
yeah. So you could have, you could put Kudus on the left, Bowen on the right, Son up front, Maddison in the 10 if you want, and then Paqueta in the 8.
Yeah,
It's not that
and then that's fine. And then I'll put Sa or Basuma in the 6.
Okay, so we're only 2 players different. I had Emerson. You wanted a doggy. I had Alvarez. You want Sa.
There's no way Emerson should be getting this team over Destiny, and you know it as well. You're just being yourself. You're trying to save face.
I'm not
So-
trying, no, I just think
Big Emerson with consistency. What's he better at than Doggy?
yeah, I think he's very consistent. And he's just, I think he's all round game. His quality, like defensively, he's decent, but offensively,
This quality
he's even
thing
better.
again. Do you know what a quality player is?
I can't say that word, can I? I
No,
can't
bro.
say that word.
This quality
I can't-
thing, his all-round game was quality. If his all-round game was quality, Chelsea wouldn't have sold him and he wouldn't be at West Ham. Fucking hell.
Yeah, but okay. So Chelsea have never sold a quality player.
That's not what I said. I said if he was quality, he would not be at West Ham.
Zuma was quality, but his legs are gone.
Zuma was
That's
never quality. Zuma was a good player. He was never quality.
No, right. Chelsea
So, in
fans.
fact,
if
tell a lie.
they-
Yes, he was. The one time Zuma was quality at Chelsea was when he was young, before his knee injury. After that knee injury, he wasn't the
I
same.
agree with
player.
that.
Simple.
He's a quality player.
No,
but
you
he's-
did not inherit a quality version of Kurt Zuma. You didn't. Stop lying.
I think he works around his limitations very well, and he.
All right, cool. And let's see this season. We're gonna work around him. Trust me. He's gonna get cooked like he was last season, and I'm gonna come here and I'm gonna dance for you again.
Starting. Let's see if he's starting. We're still in
Oh,
for
the
Tadibo.
great Kurt Zuma's not starting.
Well, we're still in for Tadibo, so you know what I mean. That could happen. So
He's gonna go Juve though, right?
no, but Juve don't want to pay the money what we are offering. So
What was you offering?
I think we're offering a package of around 35 mil. And Juve,
What's that,
I
really
thought you wanted
spending
Tamori. I thought you wanted Tamori.
well, no, Tadibo's our first choice. So yeah.
Yeah.
So I think we're hoping that Juve don't match that valuation, and then they're like, look, this is the club that's matching it. You might as well go there, type of thing.
Well, listen, to close, because I do have to go because I've got plans this evening. I'm sure you boys have as well. Big up to all of the chat. Make sure you do me a favor. There's been near 450 to 500 of you throughout. So please make sure you hit the like button. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel. Please make sure you go over to Tapping TOBS and now Lawless Live as well, who's got his own channel, which is great to see. And subscribe to both of them, man. So
Wait, since when?
When did I put it? Yes. No, 2 days ago, 3 days ago.
What's it called?
Well, it's called Lawless Live, but I'm competing with someone else at the moment, some other channel. So you
Lawless
got to put
Live.
at Lawless Live TV. What does it come up? Oh, I'm at the top now. I've beaten the other channel. Now when you type Lawless Live, I'm above Lawless Live Music. Yes.
There we go.
Fuck you.
Cool, I've subscribed.
Lawless is some like group or something. Some like
Yeah.
music band or something. Anyway.
No, it's some guy that goes to concerts and films.
Oh, is
like,
it? Okay.
different concerts on his iPhone, and
Okay.
he was coming above me. But yeah, I uploaded a video today about the whole Duran flying to London thing, even though he was in training thing that happened. Like reliable ITKs were reporting that he was flying over to London for the deal.
Okay.
Then videos come out of him in Germany, so I'm getting into why that happened and how that might have got leaked.
Man. Well, listen, we'll put links to both of your channels in the description. So make sure that you go over and show some love, people. I want to ask to close with a question, of course, which is about where you guys see yourselves this season. And then we'll close. Tobes, might as well start with you, man, because Tottenham at the moment needs to do a little bit more business for me to be confident that there'll be Champions League football coming your way. But that's just me. Where are you at, bruv? Spurs.
I'm the same. My aspirations was top 4 and some silverware, but we're far off that based off what I've seen this window. Don't get me wrong, we got some good players, some young, talented players. I've been impressed with some of the young players that's coming through that we've either signed or we've got from our academy, but that's not going to be enough to achieve what we need to achieve. We've not seen enough movement in our starting positions for me to confidently back Tottenham to finish top 4. So as it stands now, I can't see us finishing any higher than 5th or 6th. and even fifth might be a reach at this point in time, because I seriously have my concerns on our attack, on our defensive midfield depth, and our depth in defense. Right, I think right back is sewn up, fine. Right centre back looks to be sewn up, but we have no like for like cover for Mickey van der Ven. We have no proper cover for Destiny Udogie outside of Ben Davies, who's absolutely cooked at this stage of his career. So yeah, I'm not really happy about how we're entering into this new season, despite some of the outgoings, despite some of the young G's, and I don't expect Tottenham to finish top 4 at this current rate. I don't.
Listen, I agree. Personally, I have to say I agree. I don't have Tottenham in my top 4, but the window's still open and it can change. Lawless, thoughts on Spurs and then thoughts on West Ham and where you fancy yourself, bro, at the moment as things stand.
Yeah, similar to TOBS with Spurs. Like I said, as much as they were really good first half of the season, they've sort of thrown Ange under the bus a bit. Do you know what I mean? So far, a lot can change. There's still the rest of the month to go. But if they're serious about progressing and being a serious team and at least getting top 4 and maybe competing for trophies, they need to seriously bolster that team. So and buy into what Ange is selling. You know what I mean? To play that style of football. With West Ham, like for us, we got to get these signings over the line. Antonio and Ings cannot be our 2 strikers going into the new season. That would just be
glorious
disaster for us. So that needs to be addressed. We got to get the right back situation sewn up. We need another defender. And I don't think we're going to sign a left back. That's my problem, because Creswell is our backup. So if Emerson gets injured, we've got Creswell started. That's a concern. But I've heard that we're signing another 5 players. I think that's probably including Somerville. So yeah, if we get them players in, then I think we can easily compete for Europe again. As it stands, it's mid-table. If it stays like this, which it won't, let's get the players in. But this is season 1. This is window 1, season 1 of the project, of the process. Yeah. So it begins.
Process. You're going to use that word now. Process and project.
You know what? Fuck it. I was trying not to use it. Yeah. But I'm going to use it. I'm going to use it. Process. Because you guys have a process. You lauded your process. Finishing 8th was part of the process. Finishing 8th again was part of the process. Finishing 5th was part of the process. So do you know what? I'm trusting the process.
Wow. Okay, you've said it. You've said it now. I'm going to have you for that, but you've said it now. Now that you've segued into that to closing statement, what have Arsenal got to do, TOBS, to get across the line this season in terms of this window? What do you think we still need? Have you been impressed by Calafiori and Merino?
Merino, I remember him from Newcastle days. I remember him on FIFA. He was all right as a kid, but obviously in real life didn't impress. Didn't really keep track of him at Dortmund. Not really watch much of him at Sociedad. But I saw him at the Euros. He looked good when he came on. Impressed with some of his performances. So it remains to be seen whether he can translate his supposed form at Sociedad at Arsenal. But I'll be interested to see how he fares. Calafiori, again, didn't have a clue who he was until about 6-7 weeks ago. Looked good at the Euros, but again, I think it's a lot of hype on his name. I actually want to see what he can do. But on paper, it looks a sensible signing. Centre back who can also play left back and can invert. So let's see what he can do. But I will have my eyes on both, because if they flop, I will be there. What do Arsenal need to go one step further? I think you need some magic dust in the attack, man. I think you need another attacker who is close to Bukayo Saka's level that can actually pull you lot out of the trenches. If it's one chance, one moment to seal a game, you need that guy, because Bukayo Saka, he gets bled out every single season. So I think you need someone to take a bit of the X-factor burden off him. And I also think you need cover for him as well. So I actually think you need 2 attackers. I think you need one to come in and potentially start either through the middle or on the left. even though I rate Martinelli high. And then I also think you need someone who can actually come in and compete with Saka. So, yeah.
Listen, I don't disagree with anything that you've said. What you're saying, Lawless, Arsenal, I know you hate us and you still can't get over Declan Rice, but it's happened, bro. Get over it. What do we need to do?
Yeah, replace that bum Declan Rice for a start. But yeah, I agree with Tobes a lot. What he said there, like especially getting some cover for Saka, that's going to be huge. Getting some rotation for him, so he's not being just played to death in every competition. Especially considering like this year, obviously he's played in the Euros all the way up until the final, so that is going to be key. Is just getting that strength in depth for Arsenal. I think it would be good if you signed a striker. I'm not believing that Jesus is the 5th best striker in the world or whatever that the owners of Arsenal believe, or the director of Edu or whatever. So yeah, I don't think that'd be the be all and end all. But yeah, you'll be up there again this season. It'll be a very interesting one. But I think there'll be some dark horses out there, and it won't be Chelsea. That's for sure.
Oh man, I can't wait to get Don on here talking with you, man. Jeez, that guy, man. Last night, wow, it was. If you haven't seen it last night,
why have I never seen a Don Tobes linker? That's what I have to see.
I've been on a show with Don. Don waffles a lot, man. He's a waffler when it comes to Chelsea. He has some good takes, but he shrouds his good takes in a lot of waffle because he can't see past his Chelsea bias. Like, it's ridiculous sometimes. So yeah,
I think that's a fair comment. To be fair, last night him and Tom Little going at it. Oh my goodness, it was just incredible. Like, he was trying to convince everybody that Chelsea have a better squad than Liverpool and all this, and he was going through it. It was just hilarious what he was saying. He was falling flat on his face a couple of times, bless him. But he was trying. That's what he's trying to do. Anyway, let's get out of here, people. Absolute legends, both of you. Both of your channels need some love, so make sure people you go to tap in Tobes and of course the Lawless Live. Make sure you go sub to them. Hopefully we'll do this again sometime very, very soon. And make sure you like this one, people. Make sure you subscribe to this one, and we will see you next time. Take it easy, and as always, up the Arsenal. Latest, people.
peace.